Welcome back, and you know what it is. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out my video, Raw and Uncut, where I talk about growth and influence. My Raw and Uncut videos have no edits. I just let the camera roll, and I speak from the heart. Okay, I finished reading Kobe Bryant, The Mamba Mentality. I purchased this book a couple of weeks ago from Sam's Club. And the reason I purchased this book is because I am a student of greatness. The only way to teach is to be a student. And the only way to be a student is to learn. Joseph Martin, Original Greatness. Make sure you give me my credit. On my journey of self-improvement and being a student of greatness, I discovered that there was a pattern when it came to success. All winners have losses, but they are remembered and recognized by their wins. Losers are afraid to lose. Winners are courageous because they understand that they have to risk losing in order to win. When I realized this, it changed the way I approached everything I wanted to accomplish or go after. There is a passion, a desire in every person that has a no quit, I must keep going attitude. Kobe Bryant was one of those people. So I knew that this book would have valuable insight from a champion that I would be able to add to my mental toolbox. If you're asking yourself, how does Kobe Bryant talking about basketball apply to life or personal development? Simple. Kobe Bryant's life was basketball. He had a passion. He had a desire that showed up on and off the court. That drive that motivated him in that way. All I do is use my imagination and translate his words about basketball to life. And that is what I'm going to do with you guys today. The book starts off with Kobe Bryant's vivid description of how and why he fell in love with basketball. Now, why is that important? Because your why is important. People that lack motivation or lose motivation, that's because they don't have a strong enough why. A strong why is all the motivation you need when you face a challenge, to work through it, to keep going, not to give up. And a weak why is all you need for a challenge to stop you. When Kobe Bryant had a why should I play through this injury? Why should I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for my first of 3 workouts? He could go back to that vivid detail of the why he fell in love with basketball. That why trumps all the others. Your why is your mindset. It's your attitude. If you ask the lion, why does he hunt? And he says, because I'm a lion. That would be his motivation. His why would be his fuel. If he didn't hunt, he would still be a lion. There's nothing at stake mentally with that fuel he's using as motivation to hunt. Now, if you ask the lion, why do you hunt? And he said, I'm hungry. That lion has a deeper understanding that if he doesn't hunt, then he doesn't eat. And his way of dealing with that hunger, because he doesn't want to be hungry, is to get up and go after what he wants. Now, with those two different fuels, which one of those lions do you believe would be more successful at hunting? There are people that are fed, and there are people that hunt. They both eating. But do you know what the difference is? The people that hunt never complain about what's on the menu. Because if it's not there, whatever it is that they want, they get up and they go after it. Now let's apply this analogy to a job. They paying you what they want to pay you. You're being fed. And you're complaining they're not paying you what you want. But you sitting there eating and you saying you want something different. Now, this is how crazy this is. Picture this in a restaurant. You are complaining to the manager. The manager is standing over you at the restaurant, and you are over the plate licking it clean. Like you licking the plate clean, telling the manager, I am outraged. You're not giving me what I want, and I'm outraged. I want something different. Licking the plate clean. Metaphorically, living paycheck to paycheck. But you still keep coming back to that same restaurant that's bringing you food that you didn't order. And you keep licking the plate clean. Solution. You go to a different restaurant, or you buy a cookbook, or you pay someone to teach you how to cook. You go to the grocery store, and then you cook and eat whatever you want. Now, in that analogy, it sounds too simple. Oh man, that's some crap. That just sounds too simple. Being simple doesn't mean it's wrong or it won't work. Sometimes us thinking something we're not doing or we haven't thought of doing as being something extremely difficult because we hadn't thought of it. In Kobe Bryant's book, The Mamba Mentality, on page 123, he describes the year he felt he became unstoppable. Him being the best was never enough. He always wanted to be better. He always wanted to improve. Most of all, he loved what he did. And that was all he needed as motivation to fuel him. The way he described it reminded me of how I felt the day I quit my job, determined to earn what I felt my true value was. If I am getting better every day, my value increases every day. Not from the work that I'm putting in on the job, but from the work I'm putting in on myself. I understood that they were not going to pay me what I was worth. So I decided I am going to pay myself. It was nothing anybody could have told me that day to stop me from walking out that door and taking my own financial future and putting it in my own hands. Because I knew, I had faith that I was going to figure it out. And once I did, I would never have to depend on what somebody else determined I was worth. God first and hard work. It's about that time to give a special thanks for original greatness. I would like to thank Tiffany Nicole, Chris Keemer, Go Get Your Future, Kevin E. Young, and Rachel Limit. You guys are original greatness. If you don't know, probably get another job again and it'll be just a quit. Woo! If you subscribe and comment, I am original greatness, I will give you a special thanks on my next video. So, as always, be original, be great, and say, I am original greatness. God bless.